Good morning, dear mates and dear tutor. Today I'm going to share with you my final task of the course Advanced English 2. This task is about some questions related to a case presented in a zoo in the USA, where some zookeepers killed a gorilla in order to save the life of a child. Then some people complain about this situation and claiming for the gorilla's life and judging to the parents of the child. So the questions are related to this. The first question is, what do you think about this? Explain your answer. I think this problem represents a very difficult situation. First of all, it is too easy for the people to judge the parents of the child who is slipped into the gorilla enclosure, but most of them are not able to take care of at least a child, or in fact most of them do not even have children, so they don't know the huge responsibility that this means. On the other hand, it's always important to protect the life of the human beings above the animal's life, even though sometimes it demands situations like this kind. Obviously, it would have to be tried to all the options in order to conserve both the life of the gorilla and the life of the child. However, if you can't find a solution in which you can do this, you should protect the life of the child. Besides, what would have happened if the zookeeper would not have shot and the child were killed instead of the gorilla? What happened? What would have happened? Maybe he was in prison for negligence or something like that. For that reason, I think it was the best choice. The second question is, what would you do in this case? Well, in this case, I think I would act in the same way that the zookeeper did. I mean, I would try to find a solution in which there would not be need of kill the gorilla. But if I can't find it, I would do just like the zookeeper did, because thanks to that decision, the child is still alive. And when he grows up, he can say thanks to the zookeeper for saving his life. However, I also want to say that if maybe the people opposed to this, I will try to dialogue with them in order to look for a solution in a collaborative way. Also, sometimes this sort of cases doesn't allow thinking for too much time. I mean, it demands fast decisions in a quickly way. So it's correct for that part. The next question is, have you ever been in a similar situation? Well, actually, I haven't been in a similar situation. However, I know a little bit about a similar situation because I watched a video about something like this. It happened in a circus to a lion's dominator. He was trying to practice his performance for the central show, but suddenly and inexplicably, a lion attacked him and bit his arm. As the lions bite too strongly, the dominator couldn't get loose, and the staff of the circus had to shoot the lion and kill it in order to save that man. It had the same end of the harm-based case. The lion died and the dominator got saved. Well, the second part of the task is about giving my opinion using arguments. So, the first question is, what do you think is the best solution for this kind of situation? Well, as I said before, the best solution for this kind of situation would be to use up all the possible alternatives in order to try to get the child free and to keep the gorilla safe as well. For example, a possible solution would be trying to feed the gorilla or create a distraction for it in order to catch its attention and make it to lose the child. Other possible solution, I think, would be trying to sedate the gorilla in order to make it sleep so they can rescue the boy. However, this solution could be dangerous as well because it's likely that the gorilla doesn't react in a positive way to the sedative. So, anyway, the best solution would be to protect the child at all costs. The second question is, are you good at making decisions or not? If you find it hard to make a decision, what do you usually do? Justify your answer. Well, I think making decisions are not as easy as it seems. Besides, I think that maybe it depends of the situation and the decision that is needed to be made. In any case, it's a little bit difficult, and that's why I find it hard to make a decision. For this reason, I usually talk it over with my parents or brothers, but I do not consult my friends because I think there are decisions that are too personal, and some friends are not reliable enough to trust them some situations. Besides, I talk with my girlfriend about it, and I also consider the pros and cons of the situation and the possible decisions. But I don't make any list or things like that. I just talk to her about them, and then I make a decision. I consider the best for the case, right? However, there are some circumstances where it's necessary to make decisions faster, so I try to think quickly in order to decide alone, but in the best way. Yeah? The final question is, talk about a big decision or even in your life. Well, I remember when I was 18 and I was in the university. I was studying in the first semester of environmental engineering, and I have to decide if I wanted to continue studying that career or if I wanted to change in order to study another one instead. It was a little difficult for me because I have the pressure of my parents, my relatives who were supporting my study, but I did not feel very well doing that due to I felt that that matter was not what I liked. So I talked with my older brother and commented him my situation. I remember he told me that even though an engineering is better than a bachelor degree, maybe we should choose a career when we feel comfortable doing something that we like. Yeah. After that, and after several days of thinking about it, I finished the first semester of the engineering, but I changed of career. Today I'm studying a bachelor degree in English as a foreign language, and I've been feeling very well, and I am enjoying this career. So I think it was a great decision for me, and I'm very happy to be doing what I do today. Okay, so these are my answers. I would like to know what do you think about them, and thank you for watching. That's it. Bye bye. Have a nice day.